Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. So many times survivors are baffled when they see their narcissistic ex immediately in another relationship, plastering it all over social media, and they're just devastated. Of course, first and foremost, it hurts the survivor's feelings to feel like, how can this person go on to a new relationship so quickly? Now, I've made several videos to address these type of topics. All right. And I'll leave the links to those videos at the end of this video. You'll just be able to touch it, or you can also look below in the description. Give me a moment after I upload it and you can take a look at those videos. And I point out all different kind of angles that I really want the survivors to understand about the way narcissistic people operate, how they think, how they move. And, this helps give the survivors a lot of closure, because they're not going to get it directly from this narcissist, but understanding how they operate, understanding how their mind works can help you understand, okay, this is why then they would do that. So in this video, I want to point out another aspect that I haven't really talked about in other videos, and that is letting you know that narcissists are relationship whores. They really are. They are addicted to relationships. They're addicted to all the relationships except for the one with themselves. That's the catch-22. They're addicted to all the relationships except for the ones with themselves. So think about someone that has an addiction to someone. They just can't be without it, really. They really rely on those relationships for the supply that they're getting. And what is this? This is the ego strokes, right? This is using the supplies as tools to hurt other supplies, such as you, the ex. So this is why they are plastering these relationships. They're hoping, of course, that you're watching and that it's affecting you negatively, that it's a punishment to you, that you will be triggered into missing them. This is what they are hoping when they are doing this. So to them, it's like getting two birds with one stone. They get to love bond this other supply unknowingly. At the same time, they're being used to hurt a former supply. And I've made videos about this, that every time the narcissist is love bombing you, they're discarding and devaluing someone else. Every time they're discarding and devaluing you, they're love bombing somebody else. These are simple formulas to understand how these people operate. Because trust me, everybody's not on their good side at one time. Everybody's not on their bad side at one time. They're always in the middle of the cycle of abuse, beginning, middle, or end with someone in any given time or place. Okay? So when you have a relationship junkie, when you have a relationship whore, when you have someone that is naturally unfaithful, because they're untrusting and because they're greedy, they always have somebody else on the back burner, whether they were sleeping with them or not yet, whether they were heavily involved with them yet. They were setting someone else up always to be that plan B, because a narcissist doesn't want to feel vulnerable, and that's exactly how they're going to feel if they feel like they have nowhere else to turn. So if you have this large insecurity, which is another aspect and angle that I want to point out in this video, of being alone and not having that external validations, because they can't give it to themselves internally, because number one, they're not even tapped into themselves in that level. And whatever tapping they did made them feel shame, made them feel embarrassed about themselves. So that's why they need external sources to cover that up, to help them escape that, to be distractions from what they're really feeling internally. That's what they need the external sources to be. But the only thing is, because they're so unhappy and incomplete on the inside of them and haven't done their shadow work, they can only love bomb a person for a certain amount of time, because it's not genuine, it's not sincere. It's all manipulation. And they don't feel that way. So how can they give it consistently and for the long term? They have to give it in sprouts. They have to give it in, certain amounts of times. They can't sustain it because it's not real. It's not real, but they know that they need the tools and the tactics to reel people in. So yes, they put up that other relationship because there's always someone in the background in some shape or form. They are not faithful people. So if they already have developed this relationship, yeah, it's quite easy to just go ahead and take it to the next step because they've already been priming that person. They've already been, communicating with them, setting the stage for it, for the moment that they needed to discard and devalue you. All right. And the same thing while they're with this person, they're priming somebody else in the background because they never want to not have an option. They never want to be by themselves, really. It's very rare. It's very rare. I mean, sometimes when we go up on a higher end of the spectrum, perhaps a higher range of narcissists, like of the psychopathic nature, maybe they could, handle being alone more because, the psychopathic aspect of them, could allow them to have that isolation. They wouldn't be as needy as a narcissist that's not a psychopath, for instance. But we all have heard stories about psychopaths who've had 25, 30-year marriages, but they're leading double lives at the same token because they have to have an outlet for that dark energy. They have to have an outlet. So behind the scenes, they've been doing all these things for 20, 30 years, and their spouse is clueless about it. So, this is how the narcissist can have these relationships easily coming because they're always lining them up, guys, and they are relationship whores. You really have to understand that about them. So a narcissist is going to do what a narcissist is going to do. And once you accept that, it becomes less personal to you. Yes, it hurts that that person cheated on you. They lied and said they were in a monogamous relationship with you. They lied and said you were the only one for them. Maybe they even lied and said they wanted to marry you and all of these things. And then come to find out they're disloyal and untrustworthy cheaters, okay? That can be hurtful for the person who fell for the bait, for the person who was taking them serious, for the person who was sincerely trying to be with them. That can be hurtful. But I'm telling you right now, once you figure out, this person is a narcissist, this is their nature, and it wasn't personal to you. It's not personal to anyone, whether they're a narcissist or not. It's not personal to you. Because they're making their own decision to disrespect the relationship and be disloyal. That reflects on their character, guys. And a lot of people struggle with not taking the things that the narcissist is doing personal. They struggle with detaching from other people's behaviors towards them. They struggle from connecting to that and making it a part of them. And now they're a bad person. Now they're unlovable. Now they're not good enough based off of how someone else is treating them. And these are major pitfalls to someone that has to upgrade their self-love, upgrade their self-worth, upgrade their individuality. Because the more you're sure of yourself and you stand in that, other people aren't going to be able to waver that. The more that you're your best friend, the more that you're accountable for your own happiness, other people aren't going to be able to come and take from that. You're going to have a powerful shield around you. And it's going to be very valuable in this lifetime. Because there are people out there who are jealous, who are looking to steal your joy, who want to see you fall in life, who want to pull you like a crab in a barrel, who see you shining and doing well, they're not. So they would love to pull you down. And they can do that through these personal relationships, whether it's romantic or family or friends. If they're getting into your circle, sucking your energy like an energy vampire, basically. And then they're bringing their dark energy around you, and it will begin to affect you. And you have to get rid of it. But I don't want to digress, guys. The main point of this video is to understand that they are relationship whores. They're always going to have somebody on a back burner. It's always going to need to have someone. And it's for their own insecurities. And they don't want to feel vulnerable. Then they can say, hey, I must not be that bad. They can mind fuck themselves and convince themselves, hey, I am a good person because look who I'm able to be with. Well, this person wants me. I must still be worth something. You know, they need those external validations more than you think. And even though a lot of times the survivors at some point are finding themselves in a position where you're wanting that validation from them, trust me, they want it from you too. Even when they act like they don't care nothing for you, because they don't. But they care about the ego strokes that you're giving them. They care about your desperation or desperateness to be with them, whether they want you or not. It makes them feel powerful. It makes them feel like they're somebody. Well, they want me. I must be something. Even though I feel shameful and guilt on the inside, this person distracts me from it. They make me feel worthy. They put me on the throne. So they got to keep these relationships lined up so that they won't have to feel what they feel when they're all alone. Worthless, abandoned, rejection, because they have issues with that too, guys. Abandonment and rejection. They have issues with that. And this is why. They know one day you may get fed up with them. You're going to see through their mess. And when that day comes, you're going to break away from them. They don't want to sit and wallow in that hurt and pain. They don't want to go through a breakup process. They don't want to feel brokenhearted. So yeah, they're going to need somebody else on deck so that they never have to feel that. It's insurance for them. It is insurance for them. And it's not personal to you. And it doesn't reflect on you. It reflects on them and their insecurities, their neediness, and their brokenness, guys. All right. So please hope that you guys are able to receive this message. And for those of you who have been devastated by a narcissist that seems to have overnight been in this relationship, look, they were already seeing that person behind your back. They were disloyal to you. All right. And even if they have just met this person, well, you know what? They jump into relationships because they need them. It's like breathing to them. They feel like they need them. Okay? And they'll be gasping for air when they don't have that relationship to stroke their egos and insecurities. All right, guys? So if this video resonates with you, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'm here to try to help break these mental chains and the emotional hurt. You know, people are in really hurt positions after they experience narcissistic abuse. And I'm hoping that my channel is helping you get away from that hurt, helping you have a different perspective and outlook, because your perspective means so much in this process of healing. If you're not looking at things the right way, you're not going to be able to see things from a different angle. You're going to focus on all the wrong things. You may even be focusing on a bunch of lies. And that's only going to stall you in the healing process. All right. I do offer coaching, guys. It's a wonderful investment that you can make in yourself. I do recommend this to all survivors of narcissistic abuse. Watching the YouTube videos is wonderful, but getting that one-on-one coaching is priceless. I did it myself in a healing process. I had two. Okay. So I highly recommend it. And it will take your healing to the next level. And nobody ever regrets sessions with me. And you will feel it from the first session. Every session you will be doing better. Okay, guys? So look for that information below in the description. Keep doing the work, guys. And until next time, please take care.